NATO Secretary General had a strong message for North Korea. Speaking at a press conference in Seoul, Jens Stoltenberg highlighted although peaceful means to resolve the nuclear crisis is preferred, NATO and its member nations are ready and determined to respond to any military provocations. Kwon Jang-ho has our top story.
Concluding a week-long trip to South Korea and Japan, the NATO Secretary-General held a press conference in Seoul expressing the international military body's determination to face up to North Korea's continued nuclear and ballistic missile provocations.
NATO takes that threat very seriously. The alliance maintains a strong deterrence posture. We have the capabilities and resolve to respond to any aggression.
However, he stressed that sanctions remain the best alternative to using force, saying doing nothing would be irresponsible, but military action would have devastating consequences.
Deepening concerns here, Donald Trump's war of words with North Korea as the president prepares to visit the Korean peninsula on his tour of Asia next week, a plea from Vienna for a softer tone.
My worst fear is sometime when I wake up and have a feeling that, despite all we do, things seem to not be moving. It happens. Sometimes you wake up in the morning when you see another test, and then when you see the rhetoric, when you see that leaders are not finding solutions sometime at the Security Council, that's frightening, and it should be frightening.
And North Korea may have reached a stage where it can carry out another provocation at any given time. Rival party lawmakers quoted the National Intelligence Service as saying Pyongyang is ready for a nuke test at Tunnel 3 of its Punggye-ri site, while Tunnel 4 is currently under construction. The NIS also noted the regime could begin reprocessing spent fuel rods at its Yongbyon nuclear complex late this year. The intel agency also highlighted the possibility of additional missile launches as active movements of vehicles have been detected at the missile research facility in Pyongyang. The NIS added the Hermit Kingdom is expected to continue its nuke tests and step up efforts to miniaturize and diversify its warheads. It's also reporting North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un reinforced surveillance of the regime's top officials and appears to have resumed public executions.
Really, what is going on is a very nasty and deliberate strategy to do the following: to create a circumstance where for the U.S. to pursue its treaty obligations in its relationship to South Korea, we would have to expose civilian populations, whether in Los Angeles or Seattle or lower Manhattan, I suppose, that we would have to expose civilian populations to danger if we fulfilled our obligations to South Korea to come to their aid in the event of a conflict. And that is brutal. It's unrealistic in a number of ways, but it also is a calculation which has a kind of diabolical quality to it that could put us in a position of not wanting to fulfill those requirements and therefore decouple us from the South Korean relationship.
If North Korea takes actions that threatens the South Korean forces or our own forces, then that will be met with an appropriate response. If they elevate the threat of their weapons program to a level that we believe requires action, that option is on the table.